Hi, I'm Christy Barbier. If you're watching this video, it's because you've been following the events unfolding in the case of the state of Louisiana versus Jamari Jackson. For those new to this issue, Jamari Jackson, a 33-year-old male, was recently convicted of aggravated animal assault from an incident in 2014 wherein Jackson brutally beat his pit bull dog, Queen, with a baseball bat. Although a brave neighbor attempted to intervene, Jackson had already beat Queen, fracturing her skull and spilling brain matter on the ground. When sheriff's deputies arrived, Jackson had put Queen in a kennel where the deputies found her hosed off and still whimpering. Mercifully, Queen slipped into a coma and remained in such state for 2 days under veterinary care until she died. Jackson pled not guilty. However, veterinary experts testified that Queen's injuries were consistent with a beating, not with what Jackson said was the case. Jackson indicated that he had hit Queen on purpose to calm her while trying to free her from a barbed wire fence. Queen's injuries did not indicate this to be the situation at all, and Jackson was convicted. So why are we assembling? Well, this case took place in Ascension Parish, and recently in Ascension Parish, cases involving animal cruelty have not been issued the most severe sentence. In fact, according to the Pelican Post, the last 4 jury trials involving animal cruelty, wherein the defendants were convicted, resulted in suspended sentences. In other words, the defendants did no jail time for those convictions. Why would we have laws in the books to put people in jail for cruelty to animals and then not enforce them? So in this case, members of the animal welfare community, including rescue volunteers and shelter volunteers and public officials, will be present for the sentencing hearing of Jackson. The District Attorney's Office in Ascension is well aware that this is our intent, as well as Judge Jason Verdiget's office. In fact, if you cannot attend the event, which is on Monday, August the 8th, you may email Judge Verdiget yourself and let him know your opinion on the matter. The maximum sentencing under the law includes psychological evaluation, counseling, and court costs. The minimum sentence is $5,000 or 1 year in jail. However, the maximum sentence is $25,000 and or 10 years in jail. Our concern is that Jackson be given 10 years in jail to be served sequentially with other sentences, because yes, Jackson is already incarcerated. Jackson has 2 other felony convictions, one for aggravated assault, and yes, that's against a person, and one for felony theft. He also has a series of misdemeanor convictions. This is not someone who lost it one day and took it out on his dog and is regretful about what he did. He was not remorseful in court. This is a habitual violent offender, and an example needs to be made. Currently in Louisiana, we know that there are other people who are cruel to animals. We know this because as rescue volunteers, we encounter animals that have obviously been abused or been subject to fighting rings. However, we never seem to have a suspect. No one seems to know anything. There's no one to prosecute. There's nothing to be done but to take care of the animal. In this case, we know who to prosecute. The person has been prosecuted, and now he needs to pay for his crime. If you would like to email Judge Verdiget your opinion on the matter, you may send an email to Jill Gautreaux at jgautreaux@23rdjdc.org. Now don't try to write that down. I'll have that in the comments below. You must put in your subject line, sentencing Jamari Jackson. I'll have that in the comments as well, and a screenshot of what your email should look like. Then you're free to tell Judge Verdiget what your opinion is. Be sure to let him know where you live. It's not necessary to start with "my name is," because you'll be signing your name at the bottom of the email. In this way, Ms. Gautreaux can gather everyone's opinions and present them to the judge in an orderly fashion, rather than have them populate his email for the next several days prior to the hearing. For those that are considering going to the hearing, you have to make a decision tonight. The hearing is Monday. We'll need to arrive at 10:15, be well gathered, and enter the court sometime after 10:30. Inmates who are being sentenced for crimes usually are brought in after 11. We'll already be seated. You can wear whatever is comfortable, but personally, out of respect for the court and the cooperation they've given us so far, I'll be wearing attire suited for courtroom attendance. In addition, if you'd like to wear the color purple, which is the signature color for the cause of people against animal cruelty, that would identify us as a group. And I'll issue a purple lapel ribbon to anyone who wants one, further giving the judge a visual view of those that are there for the Jackson hearing. So, tonight you have to decide if you're going to go into work tomorrow and ask for Monday off. If you live in the Gonzales area, you can probably get away with taking a long lunch, being at the courthouse by 10:15, staying for the sentencing, and going back to work. For those of us in Livingston and East Baton Rouge and surrounding parishes, we have to take the day off. So you have to decide tonight if it's that important to you. If you can't come, please send that email to Jill Gautreaux or J Gautreaux at 23rdjdc.org. Subject, sentencing Jamari Jackson. If you have any other questions, you can go to the event, which is also, you're looking at the video within the event, but the link to the event will be posted wherever the video is posted. And you can post a question, which I'll try to answer between now and the actual hearing. Hope to see as many people as possible at the hearing. We have councilmen that are already preparing to go, possibly members of the media. This is an important hearing. We need to send a message that animal cruelty is not acceptable in Louisiana and that those convicted of that wrongdoing will be punished. If you have any questions, please post them in the event, and I hope to see you there.